This is Michael at Silly Linguistics, and we're gonna talk about freaking Dutch today. Not this Dutch. This Dutch. Let's talk about it. I was writing an article last night for Silly Linguistics about Dutch words. To be fair, I've never studied Dutch in my life. I've never studied Dutch, Afrikaans. I've studied German for a few weeks, and I vlog in German occasionally, all of which is heavily scripted. But now, in the middle of me studying Russian, which has absolutely nothing to do with Dutch, and has absolutely no semblance or bearing towards the Dutch language. Russian is closer to French in actual vocabulary. I've decided to learn a little bit of Dutch for no reason. And that's okay. So, I guess my studying is going to begin with learning the weirdest of the weird Dutch words. And I guess we're gonna get started with that. First word that I wrote about is pinderkaas. And please, in the comments below, make sure to call me out for every bit of my horrific pronunciations that you will find in this video. What goes well on a sandwich? Peanut cheese. That's the literal translation of it, is a portmanteau, a Dutch portmanteau of pinder, which is peanut, and kaas, which is cheese. But it's actually just peanut butter. The reason that they call it peanut cheese is because there was like a rule at the time whenever they were making peanut butter for the first time over there in the Netherlands, that the word butter could only be used if the product actually contained butter. And of course, peanut butter, despite the name, contains no actual butter or animal fat at all. I don't think it contains animal fat. I know it contains nut fat, and that's about it. But I don't know anything about that animal fat in that peanut butter. And yeah. But there was another version called pindadokun, which you could cut it was like a mashed peanut variety, and you cut the cheese into like little. You cut the pindadokun into little slices like cheese. But that's not peanut cheese. That's not peanut cheese. That's just peanut butter, I guess. So that's cool. Next word is kapsalon. Kapsalon. I mean, that sounds pretty, pretty easy to pronounce. Kapsalon. It means hairdresser in Dutch. In this Dutch language, it means hairdresser. But it also in 2003, it started referring to this weird French fry snack that contains meat, cheese, and vegetables. The kapsalon order was first made at a shawarma shop, which is interesting. Shawarma. It was served daily to the kapsalon, the hairdresser, who kept going there and kept ordering it. I wouldn't actually recommend eating it, though, however, because it has a very high caloric intake of about 18,000 kilocalories. 1,800 kilocalories. I don't know what a kilocalorie is as opposed to an actual calorie, but by the assumption of the little thing kilo, I'm assuming that it's a fucking lot. Ziekenauto. It definitely sounds familiar. Ziek, sick, and then auto, which clearly is car. That's a sick ride, dude. That's a sick ride. But it has absolutely nothing to do with American phrasings, and is literally just a car in which you transport the sick. It is an ambulance. And the picture that I'm about to show you, it makes it look like it's a cross between a Hearst and a 60s van, but yeah, it's the ziekenauto. It's weird. Miereneuker translates to ant fucker. Basically, if you don't know what fucker means, means someone who's intimate. As in someone who's intimate with ants. That is like the nice way of putting it. It is someone who is intimate to have sex with, to do the dirty, to rustle in the hay, so to speak, with ants. It has absolutely nothing to do with actual sex. It's kind of like nitpicking. It's nitpicking the little details. Get it? Little. Okay, that's fine. The little details. So it does seem to have like a negative Dutch connotation. That's cool. Next word is brandslang. I don't quite understand the Dutch language yet. So brandslang to me feels like a pretty funny word. It literally translates to fire snake, but it is just a hose that firefighters use to you know, water down them fires and get rid of fires and whatnot. I don't know how often firefighters use the brandslang, because I know absolutely nothing about fire statistics in the Netherlands. Honestly, I thought they were so small that they didn't really have a fire department, but that's just me being an idiot. The skildpad. And I think I'm pronouncing that one correctly, because I had to look up the pronunciation, because I know that there's a very similar word in German that means the exact same thing. But I can't remember. I think it's also skildpad. I'm sure you could comment below after liking and subscribing to my channel the fact that that I know absolutely nothing about German, despite claiming that I've studied it for a few weeks. But that's okay. Skildpad means turtle, but it's literally shielded toad. It is a toad with a shield over it, the shell. And, you know, to be fair, that, you know, most turtles in Europe are probably on the smaller side, so they look like toads with shields. I mean, come on, not every frickin' turtle is gonna have a frickin' Galapagos turtle size about it. It's not gonna grow to 200 years old. It's not gonna be, like, 5 feet long. I'm sure, like, as soon as a Dutch person, like, goes over to the Galapagos Islands, they come up with a new word, because it's like a green beast or something with a shield. It's just an ugly green beast. It's no longer a toad. It's the next evolution of toad, okay? The next evolution. If skildpad was Poliwhirl, the Galapagos turtle would be the Poly War turtle or something. I don't quite know the next evolution of the Poliwhirl. I know it starts with Politoad, and this is a completely different, like, Pokemon unrelated schlong right here. It goes from Politoad to Poliwhirl, but I don't know the next one. We can fill in the blanks later, I'm sure, with my magical editing that you guys love to comment on. Alright, and we're going to have a couple runner-up words that didn't quite make the list. Handschoenen means hand shoes, but they're literally gloves. Oh, this one's fun. Toilet brill. It means toilet glasses. And it's just a toilet seat. I'm not entirely sure where you get glasses from that. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I don't have to understand it. Ooh, I'm wearing nail pants right now. They are spijkerbroek. Nail pants. Nail pants means jeans in Dutch. And then schoonmoeder. It means clean mother. And that's just mother-in-law. Does that make sense to me? No. I don't have a mother-in-law, so I can't quite experience understanding what mother-in-laws do, like cleaning. But I'm sure Dutch mother-in-laws clean, which is why they call them clean mothers. Anyway, if you enjoyed the content from today, or my magical voice, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And maybe you should hit that notification bell if you want to see me every single day doing dumb stuff. I appreciate your time. Have a silly linguistics day. Oh, that was so cringeworthy.